Hello. Oh, let's do it. Hello, engineering fam. And welcome to another episode of Elevated. I'm your host, the Elevated Engineer. Oh, so happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. Whoever said hip hop was dead needs to go ahead and watch the locks versus the Dipset, the Versus Battle. So, first of all, I'll pull that up. Everywhere we go, people wanna know who we are. So we tell them this is D Block, mighty D Block. Everywhere we go, people wanna know who we are. So we tell them this is D Block, mighty D Block. Yo, first of all, the locks body Dipset. Okay? They body Dipset. And I mean, I honestly don't even know what happened. I mean, like, there was times where it's like, it didn't even look like Dipset was there. Like Jewel's, he wasn't even saying the lyrics like to his biggest hits. Like, and he was looking crazy, man. And some of the swag was just like corny. Like there was like it was a part with camera. I was like, yo, give me the thing with the thing. Like, yo, just like, come on, bro. Like, I mean, I love Dipset. Don't get it twisted. But Jaden was calling it. It was like, man, these dudes is doing karaoke. Real talk. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. It kind of reminded me of like the old Source Awards, man. Like, I was watching it and I'm just like, yo, these niggas about to these niggas about to have an event up in there. Like it was. I mean, but you could just tell that, like, I don't know if it's that they haven't performed together in a minute, or I don't know if it's just like you could tell like the locks was just like in sync and in step. They was playing like they played like Good Love with the Chic stuff. They played Styles, I get high. That, like they biggest hits, and they all was like supporting them, backing them up, ad-libbing them up, and Jadakiss, we all know that Jadakiss is I mean, he's the front man of the locks, D Block. Like he's the Michael Jackson. He just is of the Jackson 5. So he's like, he's always gonna have the most hits. Like that's Kiss. Like, you know what I'm saying? She said she was a model for a year and a half. When she take her pins out, then the hair drop down to her calf. Like, come on, man. Oh man, like it seemed like Dipset was like, I don't want to say old, because it has been, that was damn near 20 years ago. But it just seemed like they just wasn't there. Now I will say towards the end they kind of picked it up. They kind of picked it up, like, man, they did Certified Gangster. I started going crazy on that. But they was doing a lot of songs that didn't nobody know. Like they could have did some. Man, they could have did some more heaters than what they really did. So I was, the whole time I'm sitting there. I mean, I was loving it. Don't get me wrong, but like I just felt like, first of all, I seeing where hip hop is now, if that's what you want to call it, I kind of miss the old Source Awards. But niggas wasn't soft, man. Like, I mean, look, man, yeah, they got Lil Nas X now. Like, that's what y'all look up to. So, I mean, it was kind of nice to see that alpha mentality. You know what I'm saying? That we used to have. I mean, I guess it's still kind of there a little, but I mean, dudes ain't smart like that anymore. Dude, like man, like the way hip hop is now, I don't really even listen to it. Probably because I'm getting older, and that's just part of getting older. You don't really listen to new music as much. But I swear, like, man, back in the day, you knew the Source Awards, the BET Hip Hop Awards, like it was you knew some shit was gonna go down. Y'all remember? Please, engineering fan, please, y'all remember when Young Buck stabbed somebody? he stabbed a motherfucker at the award show. Like, that's how it was. I mean, honestly, I really would rather have seen the Locks go against somebody else other than Dipset. I mean, I would even take a G Unit or G Unit. I mean, why not? You know what I mean? But that ain't never gonna happen. But I just feel like the way Dipset put on the show, it didn't seem like they was on the same accord. It seemed like each one was their artist, their own individual artist. Whereas the Locks was like in it together. And I mean, something that Tariq Nasheed pointed out, he was just like, they gave off the vibe like the Locks still hang out with each other. And it's true because, I mean, after watching it, I just felt like Dipset, like, they don't even probably like each other that much. Like, I seen Cameron, even though they was talking mad shit, I seen him more smoking and joking with the Locks and, like, Style Speed than I seen him fucking with Dipset. So, I don't know. Maybe, even State Property. I would have rather seen State Property versus the Locks. Like, Beanie, the Young Guns, like, PD. Like, I would have rather seen State Property versus the Locks than Dipset. I still love Dipset, don't get it twisted. But, by the way, drop a like for the algorithm, share, subscribe if you like what I'm doing. But I would enjoy probably State Property over Dipset, because I just don't think Dipset is the battling types. Like, yo, Jadakiss, like, all of them, really. But Jadakiss came out for blood, bro. Like, he came, yo. Jadakiss came out for blood, man. But that's how a battle should be. Like, don't get me wrong, like, after it was done, they still, talking shit. It ain't that deep enough to be some real shit. But Jadakiss was out for blood, yo, dropping bars, real hip hop. That's real hip hop. Fuck what you talking about. So when I see what's going on now in hip hop, like, it was real. For me personally, it was real nostalgic just seeing them dudes out there. Because we grew up watching these dudes, and the Locks came out. They look healthy. Like, Sheik Loose looked like he's bench pressing 350. You know what I'm saying? Like, they look like they wasn't out to play games. It looked, and then Dipset was just looking. I don't know what planet Jewels was on. Like, I don't know what he was doing. He did pick it up towards the end though, but I just don't know, man. It really didn't seem like they was like. It seemed like. I feel like Cameron was kind of out there, kind of pushing, even Jimmy a little bit, but man, it was mad. Here, I got the Source Awards vibes too, because you had, it started out with like 6-7 dudes on stage. By the time it was halftime, it was like 50 dudes up there, ready to meme mug, like ready to pop off. Like, yo, get off the stage. So I don't know, man. I enjoyed it. I really did. But I just wanted to just get that little thing in there because, real hip hop still exists. So with that being said, next topic, I want to give a big salute to these guys, Team USA basketball. I mean, salute to those brothers, man. Look, I was talking big shit. Because they was coming off kind of trashy. So you gotta talk shit out of love. But but I take back everything I said. They came back, they brought it home. There's been a lot of medals for the US. Honestly, shout out to those guys, to KD, D-Lil, Draymond Green, JaVale McGee, and all the others who I'm forgetting or I can't name. But shout out to them for really kind of stepping it up, because it seemed like the US was like falling short on a lot of this shit. And I mean, it's kind of crazy because I think this is the first time China has won this many medals like ever. They might have the most, which is definitely new. But still, man, the US still did its thing. Simone Biles came back. You know what? I told y'all she was gonna do that. I said that she wasn't gonna do the team. And I said that she'll probably come back and do the individual. So I mean, hey, she came back. She did the bronze. She got the bronze. So salute to her on that. But I told you that. And salute to the. I mean, even though like Jamaica swept that shit, salute to American track stars too. We got a lot of golds, man. So I'm not even honestly even too mad. I mean, it's pretty much. Oh, did the girls win? The women? Did they win? Did they win gold? I know their last game was coming up. I'm not really sure. Let me look it up real quick. Women's USA basketball. Yeah. Did they win? Or do they play? I think they're playing coming up. Hold on. Olympics, because I'm not sure. Record. I'm not sure if they have their last game. No, why they always give the overall record? I don't care about the overall record. I don't know. If they win. Oh, U.S. women basketball plays. Oh, so they might be playing right now. Because they like 12 hours ahead, so they might be playing like right now. Hold on, let me see. No, they ain't playing for no U.S. No. Hold on. I think they're gonna. If they play in Japan, they're gonna beat Japan. Hold on. Versus Japan. Plays Japan. Okay. So they're playing them right now. They gonna beat Japan, bro. They gonna beat Japan. So I mean, come on. They gonna beat Japan. But you know what? I was talking about. This is what I wanted to kind of get into with the Olympics. Because they have taekwondo, they have judo, they have wrestling. I want to know, should BJJ be a part of the Olympics? I mean, it's getting to the point where Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is getting pretty big. A lot of people are doing BJJ. And I think karate is part of the Olympics too. But I don't know. I hear a lot of people saying they don't want Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to be a part of the Olympics. I mean, I gotta be honest. I think that'd be pretty cool if it was. But I understand why, because they don't really want to get under the Olympic Committee, because that's gonna change a lot of stuff. But with IBJJF, I mean, I don't really know, man. That could really go any kind of way. Like, I think it might be cool. I think it might inspire more people to get into it. I definitely think it would, because I think jiu-jitsu is only gonna get probably bigger. And if all these other martial arts are gonna be in the Olympics, then I mean, I don't see why not. I think it would definitely add a higher level of competitiveness. I mean, look, I've only done a couple of competitions at this point, and they've both been new breeds. So I haven't even done IBJJF yet, which is IBJJF is the International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Federation. It's basically like the main, most prestigious organizer of events. I want to compete in it eventually. I definitely will if the opportunity ever comes up. But right now, because the school I go to isn't affiliated with IBJJF, I only compete in New Breed. And New Breed is good, man. New Breed is good for me for right now. But you know, if you want to go to the highest level, you kind of need to go to IBJJF, and that's why putting it in the Olympics would be interesting. I mean, hell, even Muay Thai could be put in the Olympics. I mean, if boxing is in the Olympics, then I don't see why Muay Thai can't be. Of course, you know, that would also open up a bunch of doors. But the thing about Muay Thai that's different is there aren't any belts, so it would be kind of funny. Like, I don't really know how they would do it. I'm sure they figure out a way, but I don't know. But BJJ, I don't know, man. I think it would be interesting. I mean, I don't know if I would ever be a top. Well, okay, never say never. Never say never. Never say never. I don't want to put that into the ether, into the atmosphere. So I'll never. But you know, I'm getting better. You know what I mean? But you know, they will probably want people who start really young. But I don't know. It honestly could go either way, because I feel like BJJ has such wide appeal that if it actually did become an Olympic event, that would be like pretty dope. So I mean, I'll say that sure, I would be down for it if it went to Olympics one day. You know, that might be pretty cool. But with that being said, that's not really what to talk about for the Olympics. What I really wanted to get into today was, so I wanted to talk about Starlink a little bit. For a lot of you, I'm not gonna watch this whole video. It's like 10 minutes long. Watch most of it though. But Starlink, for those of you that don't really know, is basically Elon Musk is another one of his like things. But it's like it's basically like space internet. But I'm gonna let this video play a little bit, and I'll add some commentary on it. Just give me a second.
It continues to be very impressive even in its beta stage. We've been launching a ton of satellites so far in 2021, and you can really tell that the service continues to dramatically improve. And in fact, we got an update from Starlink here within the last week or so. SpaceX telling us that they've now adjusted the firmware, the programming inside the satellites, our satellite units. We can now connect to satellites that have the best connection as opposed to the way it worked before. So the system continues to get smarter, and it's taking advantage of the fact there are so many more satellites in orbit. So before we go into the August 2021, September 2021, review, I guess, if you will, of the Starlink service, keep in mind the same caveats apply. It still is in a beta program. There will likely be improvements to it going forward, but if you are interested in getting the Starlink, or if you're waiting for it to come to your area, this is what I have found so far. So in terms of the latency, that continues to be a very fascinating, very impressive feat by Starlink. Those latencies when doing speed tests or on gaming typically run in that 30 to 40 millisecond range, which is a phenomenal number, all things considered, especially when you look at the competition that Starlink is really actively fighting, the existing satellite sphere. I mean, it is phenomenally done in every way, shape, and form. Now let's jump to the download speeds. I will say that as advertised, it's 150 megabits per second, and I still believe that is a very good number for Starlink to market. If you go to the subreddit, the Starlink subreddit, a lot of people continue to post these numbers that are on the very high end. They might be cherry-picked numbers for all that I know, because from my personal experience, getting numbers of 200 milliseconds, or excuse me, 200 megabits per second or higher tends to be a big outlier. If you go over 200, hey,
Okay, so really quick, I want to just show. Where is the. Okay. I want to just show my speed test really quick. I have Xfinity, and I just ran it. Hold on, let me bring it over. Okay. So as you can see, my speed right now, I just literally just did the test. I got download speeds of 225.28 megabits per second and upload of 38. But I like to do it more than once because sometimes you just the initial test is a little off. I could actually do like normally I would do like 5 tests, but I don't really want to do that because we don't have that much time. But I would do like 5 tests and I would just average them out. But as you can see, I'm in terms of download speed, 275, 280. Anything above 200, you'll build a game without too much lag, aka latency. And let's see, upload. Last time it was like 38. Same thing. So I got 263 and upload speeds of 38 megabits per second. So yeah, and with his Starlink, he's just at about 200. Let's
just barely.
Yeah,
but
those
still,
are
I'm consistently getting somewhere in that 150 to 160 megabit per second
yeah.
range.
That upload speed is horrible. 18. So that means if you're content creator, if you're uploading videos, doing streaming and stuff like that, you're gonna not really be able to have that much success with it. So
on that. And while it's not a competing number for things like cable internet or fiber, obviously, for what Starlink's true competition is, they're phenomenal numbers. Now going to the upload, and as of all of my previous videos, I've discussed this before, upload continues to be a point at which Starlink struggles. Right now, I'm getting upload speeds in that 10 to 20 megabit per second range, which again, if you're
yeah, that's terrible. He's showing you he's doing 4 different tests and average them out. That's 9, 14, and 20, 23, 36, and that's about 51, about 5. That's just over like 10 to 11 megabits per second. Or I'm sorry, 4. Because they only did it with 4. So sorry, 4. So it's maybe just over between 8 and about 9. It's really averaging about 9 megabits per second. Yeah, that's not that great.
Existing satellite internet user, that is a huge upgrade. But if you are trying to think of using Starlink as a really true alternative internet provider, that is an area where it continues to be a problem. Now, this won't affect most people. Most people, for your daily work, if you have 5 megabits per second up, you are great. But if you're a content producer where you're uploading photos and videos,
drop a like, share, add a comment. I appreciate it, engineering fam. Go ahead.
You can really tell that Starlink has a hard time with large video uploads. Things to YouTube or even larger pictures to Facebook can really struggle at times. And so upload continues to be a point at which Starlink struggles a bit.
This is key because I know I'm going to have a lot of gamers who are going to be looking at this. So wow. Nice.
Gaming continues to be totally a thing you can do, which is something that I continue to be rather impressed by. Yes, there will continue to be hiccups here and there, at least in this beta phase.
But the thing is with gaming, with streaming in general, you're gonna be that's a UDP connection, so that's a little bit different from upload. Whereas upload is like straight content creation. I'm uploading 2, 3, 4 gigs. But UDP is unreliable datagram protocols. Basically, the protocol used when you are streaming or not even streaming, but when you're online gaming. So how it works is when you are online gaming and your connection is slow, it'll drop you out. Everyone who's experienced online gaming multiplayer has done this. It drops you out, kicks you out of the lobby, and the game continues on without you. And then you can add into the lobby after your connection fix, or you can go back into the game when your connection is either better or not, because then you'll just be lagging and slowing down everybody else. That's how the UDP works. So that's why it's probably not affected as much as like the upload speeds.
But I do believe we're getting to a point where you can really trust Starlink to compete in video games. I don't know if I still would at this point in time. I don't know if I'd game for money or for ranking notoriety.
I hope it doesn't look like
Well,
that.
you can totally game with friends without any issues. And I'm not just talking about slow-paced games like RTS, real-time strategy games like Civilization 6. You can play games like Call of Duty, fast-paced action games, and you're still getting latencies that are really, really phenomenal for what this is. Crushing it with the download speed, that's a ripper.
That's pretty good download speed.
270, 280.
That's like cable.
We get 290, 287.
That's not bad at all.
Wow.
So I forgot to say this is SpaceX Starlink. This is one of the indirect, I guess you could say, benefits of SpaceX.
Oh. And in a twist, it appears we've lost internet connection. Upload straight up 0. And there we are.
There you go.
Kind of see it. We're in the middle of a test. We have downtime.
That's not good, is it?
It wasn't a lot, but the timing of it could not have been more ironic. Since March of 2021, the biggest improvement is now stability. Before, I would get dropouts several times throughout the day, and these dropouts could be 10 seconds long to upwards of a minute or longer. Now, those downtimes can usually be measured in seconds over an entire 24 to 12 hour period, the downtime has improved dramatically. And I'm seeing less and less of those drop, which is important for everything from video calls to even things like gaming. I did a fairly prolonged test, about a 2-hour long stretch of tests in the middle part of the day, looking to see.
Okay. That's all I really want to show about that, about Starlink. So let's get off of that. And all right, so I mean, the purpose of Starlink is basically to bring high-speed internet to rural or some difficult areas. I think it holds some promise, but I'm still not sure who it's for. The speeds aren't ultra fast, but they're stable and they're somewhat consistent. But you know, but the purpose is not for use in like big cities and urban environments. Like I said, it's for like rural areas where there's no infrastructure for high speed internet. So it's not for me. But this guy and many others are early adopters to test it out. But I mean, again, I'm just not sure who it's for though. Like, it has promise, but I'm not just okay. Here's why. Here's why I'm not sure who it's for, because you have these speeds that are, kind of wonky at best. But I mean, you have to buy the whole platform. Like, you had to buy the whole satellite thing and hook it up and do all the technical and all that stuff yourself. But I get that, so places like Africa, right? Africa is a very large continent, but there's a lot of areas with zero to little infrastructure, so they would be able to benefit from stuff like this. But I don't see a lot of people in these parts of the world being able to afford this. So I get it; it's a start, and I'm sure the goal is to make it more practical, smaller, and affordable. And the whole purpose is to bring internet to these places, high speed, specifically high speed internet, or or something close to high speed. So, but I get that part of it, but I just don't get who they're trying to really sell it to right now. I'm not sure if it's just this nice sounding thing, but I'm not sure if it's really possible. I mean, is it really just for gaming? Or, I mean, I don't know. It seems like you really need to be an enthusiast or a hardcore type guy to really want to invest in it. And it seems like the infrastructure it takes to get it, because remember, this is SpaceX. This is satellites and rockets and stuff in space. And I guess this, to me, it seems like a way to kind of offset costs a little bit of SpaceX, which is, I mean, it's smart, and we'll see if it's gonna work out. But I don't know. So I'm not gonna jump on the Starlink thing yet, because I don't even think I could use it. And a lot of people are moving into cities. I live in a condo. So I probably couldn't even use it anyway, because I have a building. Where am I gonna hook it up to? So, but a lot of people who are probably like farmers and stuff, they'll probably be able to use it, because they get like nothing connection. So I guess that's the benefits of it. So that's it for today's episode of Elevated. I am your host, the Elevated Engineer. Thanks so much, engineering fam. See you all next week for this journey, this platform that we're building. And yeah, That's it. Peace.